My favourite artist is a wonderful woman by the name of Maren Morris. Now, you may have been introduced to her by this song. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? I am such a huge fan. Did I manage to stay cool in front of Maren Morris when I interviewed her before her Auckland show? Oh, were you there did you go there yesterday or did you go today?
Goes out of the set list just because I'm sick of it. I really do.
And I've also just realised mid that I did not remove your tree EP, so that's quite embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. That's always there. Oh God, it's time to find out. Welcome to A Little Bit Extra. Maren Morris backstage before her Auckland show tonight and Christchurch on Friday. Maren, welcome back to the podcast. It's so awesome to have you here again.
Oh my gosh. I know it's like such a long time coming. We've chatted and now I'm here after like a year of this. So I'm very excited for tonight.
It was so funny. We were laughing about it earlier because I remember it must have been during COVID and I would like email the record company and be like, anytime coming up with Maren Morris, anytime coming up when I was doing radio. And then as soon as I came off radio, now I've had 3 interviews with you in a year, which is amazing. So thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And you guys had a pretty amazing time over at Waiheke Island yesterday, sitting out at Mudbrick. Was that your first time over there?
I had been on Waiheke before, like the last time I was here, but I don't remember I know we did like a couple vineyards that day, but yesterday we just did Mudbrick and like we're like, oh shit, we have to get on the ferry because we're enjoying ourselves far too much. But it was stunning.
The ferry ride back is always, it's going to go one way or the other because you can still drink on the ferry. So a lot of people come back and it's like the ferry either agrees with you or it does not agree with you afterwards. So I'm glad that you had a good time.
Yeah, no, it was just a perfect day. And so many of my band had not been before. So they were like, wow, this is insane.
Oh, it's awesome that you actually got to have some like time to do stuff as well. Because a lot of people fly in, fly out, and they don't get time to actually look around. But you're going to get to do, will this be the first time you've done the South Island when you go down to Christchurch?
Yeah, first time. I've only done Auckland, so I'm excited to see. Joel Little is going to come out to the show in Christchurch.
I was talking to him the other day, and I was like, what Maren show are you coming to? And he was like, well, I have to decide between Auckland and Christchurch because I need to go to the Lord show as well. And I was like, motherfucker, come to Christchurch. And so my husband and him are playing golf on Saturday and we're going to your show in Christchurch on Friday. So it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be his birthday at your Christchurch show as well.
Oh, it is? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll have to give him a shout out in the show.
Oh, he will love that. It'll be so fun. But it's going to be so awesome for you because I'm from South Island and the North Island is lovely. But wait till you get to the South Island. It is just elite. Like the air is cleaner. Everything you see, like all the mountains and shit, it's just amazing. You're going to love it. It's so good. I have to ask you because I was sitting at home today. My oldest son, he's 8 and he was homesick. And it made me think about when I was prepping for this interview, how you had to cancel a couple of shows in Australia because of bad weather where you live. And also your son was sick as well. And I was thinking, it's so hard, like just for me as someone that does this job to balance like my 2 boys if something happens. How the hell do you do that when you've got a world tour to do at the same time?
It was just, I mean, thank God he's okay, but it was just one thing after another. It was like the most once in a century, like terrifying ice storm in Nashville. And all the trees were breaking because of the weight of the ice. And just everything looked in like a tornado had blown through. And so all the power lines have fallen. No one got power. And then it's still like freezing cold temperatures outside. So we just ended up fleeing to like a friend's for the whole week that did have power. But it was just gnarly. And then halfway through the trip, and it sadly had to cancel 2 of the front shows on this Australia run. Because we could not even get out of the neighborhood with all the ice. And so, that was a bummer. And then Hayes, my son, got the flu for the first time. And it was, he's okay. But I was sort of like, imagine if your son, for the first time in their lives, has the worst illness they've ever had. Their mom is across the world. Like on tour And I was like, I actually am relieved that I'm here with him while he's like going through his first like really major sickness, because it's not fun, and all you want like when you're that sick is your mom. So he's okay. We're okay. My power is back on. Um,
Yay.
yeah, I was like, you just don't realize like how much we take for granted. But no, everyone's all right. But it was, yeah, I am glad that we were able to make it over here though.
Yeah, me too. And that is such a thing. Like, my kid's like sick with this autoimmune thing, and he's had it for I think like 11 weeks now. So it's like in and out of hospital and stuff like that. And they genuinely only want mum, and you feel bad, but you're just like, oh god, like it's a lot. So the fact that you could stay and like, even though it was a bad weather event, it's very good. I think fans understand that sort of stuff as well. But you're here in Auckland getting ready for your first show of the tour tonight. I was thinking about this. Do you ever get sick of like particular songs of yours that you just don't put into the set list anymore because you're like, nah, I'm done. I can't sing that song anymore?
Yeah, like none of the ones that are like the sort of bigger hits, because that would be so weird for me to just like throw those out of the set list just because I'm sick of it. I really do those parts of the show. But yeah, there's always like some random song like that I'm like, yeah, can we just give this one a break for like the year?
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
And especially because like,
no, I know, but then I'll like, take a break and I'll come back to it and be like, wait, I love this song. This slaps.
well, can I just ask, because I have been scrolling the set list, will Second Wind be in the set list tonight? Is there any chance on the New Zealand tour that we'll get Second Wind?
Okay, sadly, no. But I love that song. I was actually having to pour through like my because it's like the 10th anniversary this year of Hero. And I was like, yeah, I do probably need to comb through this album, like have the band rehearse these songs because I want to be able to incorporate them in the tour this next year. But yeah, I love Second Wind and I miss singing it. I also like the feedback has been so lovely from the Australia shows that like my agent over here is like, we have to get you back next year. Like you cannot
Absolutely.
go this many years without touring over here. The fans are like there and so energetic. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm coming back next year to Christchurch, I'll be sure to keep Second Wind in the set.
Thank you. No, because that was the thing, is that you should do that if it's the 10-year anniversary. You know how people, like when Alanis Morissette did that tour when she just played Jagged Little Pill, like start to finish, you should do an album, one of those album shows. That'd be fucking amazing. And it's also one of those things like the set list that you have put together for the Dreamsicle tour. There's no toilet songs. Like, you know how sometimes you go through a set list and you'd be like, okay, these are your chances to go to the toilet. Not one toilet song on your playlist, babe. You've absolutely smashed it. Set list, sorry. It's fire.
I thought you were saying there's no songs from my set that you want to listen to while you're sitting on a toilet. That's not like no song. No. I mean, we are
too good.
Like, it's just we're definitely out the gate. Like the show does not stop. Like there's not a lull. I feel, and I feel like that's always something that you battle as a headliner. Is like, oh my gosh, that middle of the set slog. And every artist I've talked to, like at every layer of success and level of success, everyone has that mid-show point where they're like, is this when people are starting to go to the toilet?
Yeah. It was funny. I went to a show on the weekend, and there was like, I was like, okay, this is my opportunity. I'm going to go pee because I've had 2 kids, so my bladder sucks. I'm like going to the toilet. And it was just the funniest shit because you could just see people have like gone for a wee and then their vape clouds are like coming up in the stalls as well. And I was like, guys, all the mums are living our best life. But I'm so pumped for this week. You have been, it's been my run up. So like in the last few months, I went to Australia for Kelsey Ballerini, Lady Gaga, then had Chapel Roan, and now I've got you, and and Lainey Wilson. So I'm freaking pumped. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And you're so right that you do have like a massive fan base between here and Australia, because the first interview that we did, it was like the first episode of the podcast, and I don't know what the fuck, but it went huge in Australia and New Zealand. It was like number 2 in the podcast charts in Australia. And then in New Zealand, it was like just under fucking Joe Rogan of all people. But it was, so you've definitely got that fan base here. So you absolutely must come back because we love having you here.
Oh my gosh, I don't even think I'm gonna leave. So
Great.
there's just reason for me to. I was like, just bring my son over here and we'll just be residents because it's so beautiful and I feel so like safe when I'm here. And no, the food's incredible. You've got the ocean. It's just like, why are we going back?
Yeah, you should just stay here. Joel lives here most of the time. You can just go into his studio. It's so good. But that's interesting you say that you feel safe here because that's exactly what Chapel Rowan said on stage at Laneway the other day. She was like, there's so much like fucking evil shit happening back in the US that I just feel so safe here. So that's like I reckon that's the ultimate compliment for us. So you're more than welcome anytime.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to meet you in person.
Have an amazing rest of your like pre-show and can't wait to meet you in real life and also see the show tonight. Thank you so much for your time and have a great show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on again, and I will see you back here in like an hour.
Girl, you are always welcome. And I've also just realised mid that I did not remove your tree EP, so that's quite embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. That's always there.
Oh, no. I love it.
It's always here, babe. I think I nailed that. I think she thought I was cool. Apart from the awkward ending. Oh my God. Uppercut myself. It's like when you see someone in the supermarket and you say hi to them and then you have to see them every single aisle and you're just like, someone hang up from the Zoom chat. This is crazy. But she was phenomenal. Her shows in Auckland and Christchurch and across Australia were epic. And my husband even came to the Christchurch show and he said to me, I knew every single word subconsciously. And it was one of the greatest vocal performances I have ever seen. That is a great compliment from somebody who works on a rock radio station. But that was my chat with Maren Morris. And do you guys want to see the photo of how I met her? Here's the photo if you're watching the video. And if you're not watching the video, then go to our Instagram, a and see it now. It is the funniest photo of me because you could literally see the joy in my face where I'm trying so hard to be cool, but instead I'm like, with my smile. Oh my God. But if you have not got on Maren Morris, please take this as your PSA to go get amongst her. And to my close personal friends that I met at the show that came up to me and said that they got tickets after hearing me go on about Maren Morris and how it was such a great show. I don't think I have ever been given a greater compliment. What a vibe. Thank you so much for watching or listening. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, and we will catch you back on Tuesday. Bye-bye.